发达国家人口未必多，结婚率未必会太高。不是说发达国家工资很高吗？收入很稳定吗？怎么还不愿意结婚呢？
Developed countries don't necessarily have large populations or high marriage rates. Aren't developed countries' wages high and income stable? Why don't people want to marry? Today, let's talk about France. France's marriage rate is very low. A few years ago, I checked, about 5%. This year, I checked again, about 2%. Why would a country with beautiful, bold, proactive women still have men who don't want to marry? The reason is simple. They're afraid. Not of houses, cars, bride prices, or 3 golds divided by 5 golds, none of that. They're afraid of divorce. In France, no matter the cause of divorce, you must support your ex-wife. There is no fixed standard. Up to 40% of your monthly income can be garnished. Earn $10,000 and you pay $4,000. Earn $28,000 and it's basically gone. And you must pay until she finds a job or remarries. Many divorced French women simply don't work. They move in with a younger boyfriend, rent a place, live together, and even if they have a child, as long as they don't marry or register, you keep paying. In other words, a family of 3 can be bound together siphoning the ex-husband's money. That's why in French films, when the male lead proposes and the heroine bursts into tears, that's genuine emotion. A man proposing implies enormous trust. You'll also see scenes where a man attends his ex-wife's wedding, hugs her and cries, blessing her from the bottom of his heart because once she remarries, he stops paying. French men feel it's unfair, hence the low marriage rate. One more detail, if both spouses are white and the child is black, obviously not the husband's biological child. But a French man cannot unilaterally seek a paternity test. Both spouses must consent. Secretly taking the child for testing is illegal. You'll sit at the sewing machine, slang for go to jail. Too unfair, so marriage rates keep dropping. Years ago, some African immigrants moved to France and kept having children, good benefits amid low native birth rates. Meanwhile, many native Frenchmen basically don't marry. Football fans will recall the national team used to be mostly white a decade or 2 ago. Look at today's squad, search the roster, and you'll see it's almost all black players. And video.
一个人是因为跟你相处舒服才喜欢你，而不是因为喜欢你才相处舒服。谈恋爱理解这一点非常重要。
We like someone because it feels comfortable to be with them, not the other way around. In dating, this is crucial, especially if you're in the ambiguous stage and eager to make it official. When you're high on emotions, wanting to define the relationship in 3 days, go public in a week, the other person may suddenly drop off a cliff or say, I suddenly don't feel it. This eagerness often comes from being high on feelings, not from real liking. The restless urge to lock things down springs from fear of not being accepted, fear of uncertainty, trying to use quick results to validate yourself. To the other person, your rush feels like pounding on the door urgent, and noisy easy to scare them into locking it. They'll wonder, do you really know me? Why so eager to label us? Do you just need the boyfriend divided by girlfriend slot, and it doesn't matter who fills it? When you fixate all attention and value on one person, your world shrinks, becomes dull and pressured. If you're stuck here, don't panic. Make interactions comfortable to reignite their voluntary approach. First, cool yourself down. Don't let emotions knock on the door for you. When you feel emotions going over your head, the best tactic is pause. Lock away the urge to express, to test, to send those late-night essays. Attraction never comes from people-pleasing or self-moved gestures. It comes from holding steady in the storm. Second, regain normalcy. Don't fear that a few quiet days will make them forget you. It's like stopping to tie a loose shoelace. Don't rush yourself. Next, restart lightly. Use small satisfactions to rebuild comfortable attraction. Progress happens when the other person walks toward you. After cooling and normalizing, it's time to reignite. When they sigh that life is boring, share a new skill you learned, or a recent trip insight, maybe your first latte art, or osmanthus tea you just brewed. Let them feel your zest for life. Then recall a sweet past moment. I just passed that nice restaurant we went to. Have you been lately? Then create resonance. When they share a view or experience, say sincerely, I've felt that way too, so they feel effortless understanding. Finally, offer reassurance. When they show vulnerability or small mistakes, say gently, it's okay, you've been trying. Convey acceptance without pressure. Any relationship choice made without true willingness will one day crack. We approach because it's comfortable. If anxiety returns, ask yourself, am I high again, craving a result too much? Am I trying to extract acceptance from them to fill myself? Ambiguity is a delicate duet. Miss the rhythm and you may step on toes and end the dance. In the next session, we'll talk about how to craft those moments that keep you living rent-free in their mind. Before we dive into all of this, let us know in the comments where you're watching this video from. Connecting with viewers across the world is a huge source of inspiration for us. EO.
哎呀，老天，怎么内蒙古婚内强奸案还能影响相亲的成功率呢？
Oh heavens, how can a marital rape case in Inner Mongolia affect success rates in blind dates? This afternoon, a 1999-born girl who registered with me last week called to withdraw her profile and photos. I was stunned. Didn't you just meet that 1997-born restaurant owner who earns 1 million yuan per year and it went well? Did you two confirm a relationship so fast? She said, no, sis. Please just tell him I don't want contact and I don't want to go on blind dates anymore. I saw that Inner Mongolia marital rape case went to trial today. After watching, I'm completely disillusioned with marriage. From now on, I'll focus on making money. If I want to date, I will. If I don't, I'll stay single. I asked why. She said, after the Wahaha scandal, everyone knows illegitimate children have inheritance rights. If I have a child with a rich man, why not? He must pay child support, and the child's inheritance is protected by law. So why must I marry? In marriage, I don't even control sexual consent. One piece of paper locks me to one man. If I refuse and get beaten until my lumbar spine fractures, I'm still forced to have sex. And some say that's not rape? Tell me, what benefit does marriage bring to women a few tens of thousands of yuan in bride price? Look at the comments under videos about this case. The way some men talk is chilling. They say it's better to spend 200 on a PC, paid companionship. During PC, if the woman refuses, she can stop and claim rape. But we lawfully married women don't have that right. After marriage, a woman is worth less than a prostitute? As a matchmaker, I can only say, many men claim that if this case results in a guilty verdict for rape, the marriage rate will drop further. But is there not another possibility? If the rape charge is not established, then there may be very few marriage-age women who dare to marry. Even those in marriages will shiver. I don't know if blind date work can even continue. Me losing my job is small. I can do something else. What's truly maddening are those who keep stoking gender conflict online. Please look at this specific case. The couple was separated, going through divorce procedures. The man installed a bug to monitor her calls, heard she was with someone, then stormed her home, beat her causing first-degree minor injuries, and forced sex. If they weren't married, under the civil code, just the assault could mean 3 years behind bars, let alone the forced sex. Some even say his being a so-called honest man or her being a wife should lighten punishment. Previously, there was a case where a husband killed his wife, and the child pleaded for leniency so as not to be an orphan. I used to urge girls to marry and have children. Now with one case after another, I don't know what to say. Yes, there are people who barely deserve to be called human, but you can't let one monster make you despair of an institution that's existed for thousands of years. There are still good people, right? For example, last month was my birthday. My husband sent me 1,200 yuan. If I weren't married, who would send it? The big house I live in and the delicious late-night takeout thanks to my husband, who gives me living expenses every month. Otherwise, how could I, as a matchmaker, survive in this line of work?
老公，你看这段文字写得好不好？20年以后，我们还完了房贷，终于可以喘口气。已经快60岁的我们，终于拿下了这套房。
Honey, look at this piece of writing. Do you think it's good? 20 years later, we finally finished paying off the mortgage. At almost 60, we can finally take a deep breath. We have at last earned the ownership of this apartment, haha. We happily prepare a table full of delicious dishes, waiting for our child to come home from work so we can celebrate together. During dinner, our child says that he has found someone he loves and plans to get married. He needs to buy a house down payment 300,000 yuan, mortgage 1 million yuan. After dinner, I clean the dishes while you go out to the balcony and light a cigarette. The next day, you apply for a job as a security guard, and I apply for a job as a cleaner. Together with our pensions, we can help reduce some of our child's burden. 2 years later, we have a lovely grandchild. I can help our son take care of the baby, and you still have to keep working as a security guard. Everyone in our family is working hard, earning money so our little grandson can have a better future. We are not selfish parents. We will continue to fight for the next generation. Have you washed the dishes? Aya, I don't feel like it. Then forget it. Let's go out for some barbecue and a few drinks.
你多大？05年的，你这么年轻就来相亲呢？
How old are you? I was born in 2005. You're so young and already here for matchmaking? Well, good men are hard to find these days. If you don't act fast, by the time you're ready to marry, only the leftovers will be left. All right, do you have any requirements? For example, bride price? My mom said the bride price is just a formality, 30,000 or 50,000 yuan, just as a token. What about a house? Come on, what era are we living in? Spending millions and emptying 6 wallets just to buy a concrete box, then spending a lifetime with my husband working like cattle? I'm not stupid. Okay, then what about age requirements? I can't find someone younger than me, right? I actually prefer men with social experience. As long as the age gap is within 15 years, I'm fine with it. I like the uncle type. They're emotionally stable and know how to care for someone. If I may ask, are you still in school? Yes, I'm in my 3rd year of college. I'll graduate next year. I hope that after graduation, I can get married right away. Well, as long as you find the right person, your happiness is my mission. Nowadays, Generation Z, those born after 2000, are entering the matchmaking market in large numbers. If you want to find someone good, you'd better hurry.
二婚不是婚姻，也不是家庭。二婚其实真的就是2个人凑在一块儿，各管各的钱，各管各的娃。
A second marriage is not really a marriage, and it's not truly a family either. A second marriage is just 2 people living together, each taking care of their own money and their own children. When a divorced man remarries, he's not really marrying a wife. When a divorced woman remarries, she's not really marrying a husband. No matter how good the new partner seems, they will always have their ex and their children in their hearts. So don't think that marrying someone who's been divorced means you'll suddenly have a stable life. If a woman marries a divorced man, she shouldn't expect to be his top priority. In his heart, his first concern will always be the child from his previous marriage, his own flesh and blood. To him, you're not that important. And your child even less so. The same goes the other way. If a man marries a divorced woman, whether she brings a child or not, her heart will always lean more toward herself and her biological child. No one's right or wrong here. It's just human nature. A true home, a real marriage, can only happen once in a lifetime, and that's with your first spouse. When a divorced woman remarries, she faces not only a new husband and new home, but also her husband's ex-wife and children. When a divorced man remarries, he too faces not only a new wife, but also greater pressure. He has to care for the ex-wife's child, and also the new child if they have one together. At that point, it feels like no matter how much he earns, it's never enough. Some people think, then we'll just have another baby together. But that doesn't solve the problem. Even setting aside the financial burden, when both already have children from previous marriages, a new child only makes things worse. The children from the first marriages will feel abandoned, and the new child will have to share the parents' love with them. No matter what you do, you can never balance it perfectly. So, second marriages are not as simple as you imagine. The most reliable, the most stable marriage in this world will always be your first one, your original marriage.
只要你做自己啊，你就会有人来爱你。
As long as you be yourself, someone out there will love you. Do you believe that? The more you expose your flaws, the more lovable you actually become. A guy who's only 1 meter 62 tall, someone loves him. A girl who weighs 170 pounds, someone loves her too. Honestly, after so many years working as a matchmaker, I've seen countless people whose appearance or personality had obvious flaws or imperfections. Does that mean they were destined to be single forever? Of course not. Many of them have now found their ideal partners and are living happily. So, those who dare to show their imperfections are the ones who truly deserve genuine love. Family, come to the comments section and share your imperfections. Who knows? Maybe someone out there has been waiting all this time to meet the real you.
你有没有发现一个非常有意思的现象啊？金姐每月都能采访到外国的漂亮姑娘。
Have you noticed something interesting lately? Host Jin Ji can interview beautiful women from abroad every single month. Ukrainian, Russian, Thai, Southeast Asian, all tall and stunning, like models. And all of them come looking for Chinese men as partners. What's more, they don't even ask for bride prices, and they're fine with renting a small place instead of buying a house. At first, I thought Chinese men might be too traditional to accept cross-cultural relationships, but when I actually started interviewing them, I found out the opposite. Many men were very eager to talk. It turns out a lot of them feel that dating local women has become too stressful. Cars, houses, expensive bride prices are now the standard. And even after marriage, they have to tiptoe around, constantly trying to please their wives. It's exhausting. But these foreign women are not materialistic at all and are genuinely caring and thoughtful. Being with them feels easy and natural. So tell me, in the next few years, could cross-border marriages become the new mainstream trend? Let me tell you, Right now is actually the best time to find a partner. Why? Because the new year is just around the corner. Parents are starting to pressure their kids. And people who don't want to stay single into next year are finally getting proactive. This is the time when the willingness to date and match up is at its highest. Unlike usual times of the year, when most people just go through the motions, right now everyone is genuinely open to finding someone.
你不哄我不理，那是冷战。
You don't coax me, I ignore you. You do coax me, I still ignore you. But if you keep teasing me and I finally laugh, that's love. When you want to talk and I'm willing to listen, that's understanding. When I feel wronged and you won't apologize or give in, that hurts. When I nag and you nod patiently, that's tolerance. When I remember every word you say, that's what a real couple looks like. What do you think?
为什么说别追条件差的女生啊？不是我势利啊，是这其中的门道，你们得拎清楚了。
Why do I say you shouldn't date women who are in poor conditions? It's not because I'm snobbish, it's because there's something you need to understand clearly. And I'm not exaggerating the worse a woman's situation is, the harder she is to pursue. On the contrary, women with better conditions tend to value emotional connection more when looking for a partner. If two people hit it off, share similar values, they can build a healthy and happy relationship. But for women in poor situations, it's different. Many of them see marriage as their chance to turn life around. At the very first meeting, they start asking, how many houses do you own? How many cars? Do you pay social insurance? Some even bring up the bride price right away, as if love could be measured by money. Many of them use love as a bargaining chip. Because they've struggled financially for so long, they become overly materialistic. When they're with you, they constantly think about what they can get from you, almost wanting to drain your wallet completely before they're satisfied. To put it bluntly, that's human nature. The more someone lacks, the more they try to fill that void. Some people see marriage only as a tool to change their destiny. After marriage, they don't treat you as a partner in love, but as a permanent provider, a walking wallet. But love doesn't work that way. A real relationship requires mutual support and understanding. If one side only thinks about taking advantage, constantly calculating what they can gain, that relationship will never last. In the end, it will only drag the whole family down.
为什么你们已经是男女朋友关系了，但是你的女朋友还是拒绝跟你有肢体接触？
Why is it that you're already in a relationship, but your girlfriend still refuses any physical contact with you? You're together, but you can still feel a strong emotional and physical distance. Why? It's simple physiological aversion. Her rational mind might tell her you're a good choice. You're suitable. You're stable. You're someone she can marry. But emotionally, she simply doesn't like you. Many women try to convince themselves, telling themselves that with time and closeness, they might grow to like you, that maybe it's just a matter of getting used to you. But in truth, physiological rejection almost never fades with more contact. So, whether you're a man or a woman, once you sense that someone is repulsed by you, just walk away early. Don't waste your time and don't torture yourself.
现在的离异少妇有多主动？昨天有一个未婚的男生，他过来跟我说啊，
Do you know how bold some divorced people are nowadays? Yesterday, an unmarried guy told me about a mature older lady at his company who always chats him up, laughing and flirting late into the night. One evening, after a company party with a bit of alcohol, she insisted that he drive her home. And in the car, she leaned close to his ear, speaking softly, even breathing against his neck. When they arrived, she refused to let him leave, asking, "Why don't you come upstairs for a cup of coffee?" So to all the young single girls out there, you really need to learn to be more proactive. Don't always be slow to warm up. Because while you're being shy, your competitors, those who've been through divorce, already mastered all 18 flirting techniques. Video,
女人敢拿你当备胎，那你离拿下她就只差最后一步了。她失恋了，你第一时间安慰。
Women daring to keep you as a backup means you're only one step away from winning her over. She breaks up and you're the first to comfort her. She's sick and you buy medicine and deliver porridge. She's in a bad mood and you show up on call. But every time she cheers up, she goes on dates with other guys. You're like a 24-hour free customer service line that never gets a 5-star rating. She treats you as her best friend, confides in you about her crushes on other men, even asks you to analyze which suitor to choose. Being stuck in the backup role is more torturous than being single. You give so much and never get a return. So how do you jump out of this backup trap, make her reevaluate your value, even proactively promote you? Like and bookmark today's video. Learn these 3 reversal moves, and even the woman who kept you as a backup for 8 years will look at you with new respect. Last week, a brother DM'd me. My college classmate had a breakup last year. I've been with her through the haze. For 8 months, I stayed up chatting till dawn when she cried in the middle of the night. Whenever she craved something, I ordered delivery immediately. When she wanted a movie, I bought tickets and went with her. I thought time would move her, that she'd see how good I am. But last month, she confessed to a guy she'd known for only 2 weeks. She told me, "You're the best guy I've ever met. Whoever marries you will be happy. Let's stay friends." What does my half-month of effort count for? Do I really have no chance? After reading their chat logs, I found the issue. This brother is 25, works in marketing, gentle, and detail-oriented dancing Nguyen Nan. She's 24, a designer, emotional. Last year, her ex cheated, and she's been unstable since. My brother fell into the classic backup disease. He turned himself into a tool with no emotional fluctuation, only giving. No attraction, so she defined him as a good friend who would never leave, with zero romantic anticipation or tension. After understanding their contact pattern, I told him, "She's accustomed to your unconditional giving. In her mind, you are a never-refusing sense of safety, but safe things are rarely attractive. To convert from backup to official, you must overturn her cognition of you. Our goal, shatter her tool label and rebuild romantic attraction. 3 steps. Stop supplying, rebuild value, escalate emotion." Day 1, I had him execute step 1. Stop all backup behaviors. If she complains about work, don't proactively fuss. If she says she's moody, don't instantly console. If she actively asks for help, assist appropriately but set boundaries, no more on call. He worried this would seem cold and make her like him less. I explained, the problem isn't that she dislikes you, it's that she's too used to your goodness and takes it for granted. Human nature doesn't cherish what's easy. She must realize your care and company have value, not free. The next night, as usual, she texted, "Worked late again, I'm exhausted, no one cares about me." Before, he would reply in seconds. "You worked hard, want me to order supper? Rest early." This time I told him to wait 2 hours, then reply, "Work can be tough, but you're capable, you'll handle it. Full stop." She felt something off and messaged again, "So that's it? You're not going to check in on me?" He answered per my guidance. "Of course I care, but I think you're strong enough to take good care of yourself. I'm also busy lately, so I can't always be available like before. See it? Boundaries." She responded, "Oh, then you get busy," with a hint of attitude, exactly the effect we wanted. A week later, we executed step 2, value rebuilding. I had him post a moment showing his Outstanding Employee Award with the caption, "Effort pays off time to aim higher." Why? She only ever saw him orbiting her, never his competence. The post showcased career value and implied goals and drive. Within half an hour, she liked and commented, "Wow, didn't know you're so capable. Congrats." He simply replied, "Thanks, staying calm." In week 2, he posted hiking photos with friends, sunny and energetic. She DM'd, "Since when do you hike? Why didn't you ask me?" This reveals she now minds being excluded. Our strategy is working. He replied, "Decided last minute to try new things. If there's a chance next time, we can go. If there's a chance, not a guaranteed invite, keep distance." She asked, "Have you changed? You feel different." He answered, "Maybe life's fuller now. I found many interesting things beyond work." Subtext, "My life no longer revolves around you. I've got new pursuits and sources of joy." Her psyche begins to shift. He's not orbiting me. He's more attractive. Week 3, step 3, emotional escalation. By now, she was initiating chats, even proposing dinner, trying to reclaim his attention and closeness. In one chat, she said, "You've changed a lot. You used to treat me so well now, not so attentive." Perfect. He replied, "I still care. I just think caring shouldn't mean losing myself. Real care helps both of us become better, not just giving one way." She paused, then said, "You're right. Maybe I got used to your goodness and took it for granted." He seized the moment. "I want to tell you something. I'm glad I could be there these 8 months. In the process, I realized my feelings are more than friendship. If you're willing, I'd like to care for you in a different role." This isn't a supplicant confession, but a calm expression, handing the choice to her. Crucially, the status has changed. No longer a boundaryless backup, but a man with value, limits, and a life. She hesitated, asked for time. Next day, she messaged, "I thought all night. Seeing your changes, I feel different too. You're attractive now. Let's try." He was thrilled. I reminded him to maintain boundaries, don't regress. He said, "Really? I'm happy you'll give us a chance. I'll prove I can be not only a good friend, but a good boyfriend." In under a month, this 8-month backup made her redefine his value and accept him. 2 weeks later, they made it official. She told him, "Now I see you've been excellent all along. I was foolish. Remember, being a backup isn't the end. It's a signal to change strategy."
女人可一定不会告诉你，你为她付出越多的时间和精力，她就越
Women with small mood swings will never tell you this. The more time and energy you pour into her, the less likely she is to be with you. Scumbags won't tell you this either. To truly attract women, it's not about throwing money or being handsome. It's about having 3 kinds of courage. Today, I'm going to reveal this secret and the correct way to use those 3 kinds of courage. Master 1, and you can win over the woman you like immediately. Master all 3, and you'll be surrounded by blossoms, every one of them a high-quality beauty. I'm not exaggerating. This video could save you 10 years of detours. Not long ago, a follower from Wuhan came to me. He said, "Teacher Chi-Chi, I've followed you for a long time, but only today did I have the courage to ask for help. I'm 1.65 meters, didn't even finish middle school. After dropping out, I started a business with some buddies and made quite a bit of money, but because of my education and height, many women rejected me. I feel very inferior, and I have almost no dating experience. When I chase women, I only know how to be good to them and spend money. To win over the girl I like, in 3 months, I've already spent more than 200,000 yuan. Recently, she said she wanted us to have a home in Wuhan. I was thrilled and told her, 'Marry me and we'll buy a house right away.' She said, 'Let's wait a bit.' I'm not stupid, I know I can't just buy a house for her. But if I refuse her directly, we're done. I've been smoking and drinking every day, I feel awful. Please help me." Hearing this, I really felt for him. In this line of work, I've seen too many brothers give everything to a woman only to have their sincerity trampled. What I want to tell you is, 30% love your partner, 70% love yourself. Never recklessly give everything to a woman. The more you give and the hotter you burn, the more likely it won't be cherished. Passion beyond boundaries is like pouring boiling water on flowers. You're moved by your own heat, but have you considered whether she can bear it? Look at their chat. He sent a long, heart-pouring essay and confessed. The pressure on her was too heavy. She replied, "I haven't decided yet." He compromised. "I'm willing to wait, no matter how long." He even tried to please her. "I bought you a diamond ring. When you say yes, we'll pick an even more expensive one." He was drowning in self-moved gestures. She replied blandly, "Aren't we fine as we are? The future is the future." The first courage I taught him: return the ring, a remove the firewood from under the cauldron move. Cut off the material inputs to overturn her aloof. Above, you posture. He was shocked and afraid to stop anything. I told him, "This unequal dynamic is your making. You forgot that as a man you also deserve care and response." Being at her beck and call, compromising again and again, only teaches her to not fear losing you. What I do now may hurt you or make her sad, but it is paving the road for your long-term happiness. Given his situation, I built a tailored plan. Step 1, wait. Right now, she only initiates when she has material needs. We'll wait for her to act. The very next day, she texted, "Is the ring here?" I had him reply 2 words. Returned it. She got mad. "Why? I was waiting to match it with a new outfit." He answered, "A ring is sacred. It shouldn't exist in our unclear relationship. Name the ambiguity. Give no room to dodge." She was stunned. "What do you mean?" He continued. "It's clear. If you're willing to be my woman, you deserve the best. If not, I won't bother you again. I'm tired. Feelings can't be forced. You have 3 days to think." He panicked. "Don't push her. I truly love her." I said, "At this critical moment, if you retreat 1 step, all previous effort is wasted. Waiting won't help. You might end up waiting for her wedding invitation. If you want to be with her, listen to me." Minutes later, she replied, "Aren't we doing fine? Why force a choice? I don't know how to pick." She was nervous good, but still ambiguous. I told him to hold the line, "You know I'm good to you because I want a relationship that can lead to marriage." Then stop replying no matter what she sent. This is the second courage. Drop the soft-heartedness. Let her feel your resolve. It's a feint to seize the initiative. We cut the chat to give her space to reflect and to taste what it's like when efforts go unanswered, the taste he's known for months. People fear loss more than a scolding. When the 3 days were up, he texted, "Have you decided?" She shot back, "Please don't force me. My mind's a mess." Crisis sensed but still evading. I had him reply, "Understood," and then delete her. Remember, seek peace through struggle and peace may last. Seek peace through concession and peace will perish. That's the third courage. He hesitated. "Didn't I hire you to help me be with her? But the more you cling, the more you must have the courage to let go. If she comes back on her own, then she's truly yours. We chase mutual pursuit, not hot face to cold backside. And because our groundwork was ready, I was confident she'd re-add him. Sure enough, within half an hour, she sent a friend request. We waited 1 hour to accept. She burst in, "Why did you delete me?" Tough tone, but control had shifted. We still held. 5 minutes later, Can you truly treat me well? Many men would blurt vows here and hand over all leverage. If she says, I don't believe you, what then? We held frame and threw it back. Giving is mutual. If you're good to me 5 parts, I'll be good to you 7 or 8 parts. I won't let you be wronged. But if I give 10 and get 1 in return, then forget it. Clear stance and intent, her choice. Half an hour later, she finally wrote from the heart. If I find the courage to treat you well, will you still delete me like this? She was facing his feelings at last. We caught it gently. If you become my girl, how could I bear to delete you? Locking in the boyfriend-girlfriend frame. She answered, then apologize and don't delete me again. From cold indifference to proud little demands, it took just a few rounds once the method was right. I kept coaching, their feelings heated quickly. After one date, tipsy, she bit him during a kiss, saying she wanted him to remember the pain to etch her in. They made it official. He's already planning a trip next month, and a proposal can't wait another second. Remember, the more you like a woman, the more you must set your frame and principles. Endless appeasement never builds a healthy, lasting love. Sincerity matters, but the right, effective method is key.
想了解一下，我今年是49岁，离异，完了之后现在是带了一个18岁的男娃。
I'm 49 this year. I'm divorced, and I have an 18-year-old son. I want to ask, is there any man willing to help me raise my child? Because I've already gone through menopause, so I can't have children anymore. What do you mean, help you raise your child? Even his own father doesn't take care of him. Why would another man want to be the sucker? I'm not asking for much. I just want someone who will truly be good to both me and my son. Come on, be honest with yourself. How pure is that so-called sincerity? How much of it is really about wanting someone to share your financial burden? Your son is 18, right? He's about to start dating, maybe thinking about marriage. Buying a car, buying a house, paying for the bride price. You probably feel you can't afford it, right? That's why you suddenly feel you need a man to shoulder it all, right? Yes, that's the reality. I can't afford the bride price, can't buy him a car or a house, so I need someone to help me. How exactly would someone help you? Unless you've got 1 or 2 million yuan in assets yourself, then maybe someone would want to be with you. But as it stands, this is late life love, a sunset romance. You don't even have the confidence, your health isn't great, and you live off a monthly salary of 3,000 yuan. How are you supposed to make life work? You really think there's anyone willing? Even if there's a rich man, he's not stupid. Why would he raise someone else's child for you? Your kid's already grown. Do you really think that man will develop fatherly affection for a child he didn't raise? I just can't handle it anymore. Of course you can't, but then what? If you can't carry the load, that doesn't mean you can just dump it on someone else. You must first take up your responsibility, not the financial one, but the moral one. Let your child see that being a mother isn't easy, instead of finding a scapegoat or a fool to take your place. In your child's eyes, or in any man's eyes, that's not going to work. You don't even have to think about it. No decent man would accept that. If you're still watching, comment 1 so I know you're still with me.
为什么现在很多男生不接受女生养宠物啊？第一个原因是最直观的身体原因啊，就是很多人他对猫毛、狗毛过敏，以及
Why are so many men today unwilling to date or marry women who keep pets? The first reason is the most obvious physical issues. Many people are allergic to cat or dog fur, or simply can't stand having hair all over the house. On their clothes, bed sheets, blankets, everywhere. They just can't accept that. They like cleanliness. The second reason is past trauma. Some men used to have pets, but after experiencing the pain of losing them, they don't want to go through that heartbreak again. These two are the smallest issues. The third one is the real problem. Many women value their cats more than their own family members. Some even project their emotions onto the cat, as a substitute for the affection they would otherwise give a child. To sum it up, men are afraid you'll treat your cat as more important than your family, more important than your parents, and even more important than your partner. The fourth reason is that nowadays, some people really put all their emotional attachment onto pets and no longer want children. Men fear that the pet will replace that part of family life. And yes, such people truly exist, believe it or not. The fifth and final reason is responsibility. A lot of people who keep cats or dogs have no sense of responsibility at all. We've all heard stories, a couple breaks up, and one of them just abandons the pet. There was even a celebrity who wrote a song about it. His girlfriend dumped the dog after their breakup. So if someone can't take responsibility, why keep a cat at all? They don't truly love animals. They just think, everyone has one, so I need one too. So Those are the 5 main reasons why many men today are reluctant to date women who have pets. It's not necessarily because they hate animals. They just don't know which type you are, and that uncertainty makes them cautious. It's like why some men don't like women with younger brothers. They're just trying to avoid potential risks. It's that simple.
那你觉得自己好追吗？
Do you think you're easy to win over? Half and half, she said. What kind of people do you like? I like sincere ones. I'm from Xinjiang, 1.74 m tall. How long are your legs? 1 meter? She laughed. What are your hobbies? I like watching anime. What's your ideal type? Someone about my height, a little fair-skinned. Can you accept someone shorter than you? Yes, that's fine. What's the most unreliable thing a man can say? I love you, she replied, laughing. Do you believe in love? Yes, I do. Then how would you describe the drama Spoil My Boyfriend? Full of courage. Which is more important, appearance or values? Values, because your values are shaped by your life experiences. As for looks, makeup can always fix that. Video. In recent years, China's marriage rate has dropped to a historic low. According to the latest data from the National Bureau of Statistics of China, only 5.7 million couples registered for marriage in 2024, a decline of over 40% compared to a decade ago. Meanwhile, the number of divorces has exceeded 8 million, officially pushing the country into a marriage crisis era. The causes go beyond economic pressure. They lie in a growing loss of trust between men and women. Many young people believe that marriage is no longer a guarantee of happiness, but rather a high-risk transaction. A China Youth Daily survey found that more than 52% of urban women under 35 said they don't need marriage to live a fulfilling life, while 61% of urban men admitted that the cost of dating and marriage has become unbearable. This is China's social trends where economic strain, shifting values, and social disillusionment are driving an entire generation away from marriage. And it is also China's social trends, where the once cherished dream of family happiness is being replaced by the cold, calculated solitude of modern life. So what do you think? Are China's younger generations becoming more rational, or are they simply losing faith in love altogether? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any updates on China's latest social trends. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one!